Hello everyone, Stormy Strike here. As you may have noticed, I've been posting a lot here and there about the BreyerFest 2016 Carnival models that have come out so far, but I have yet to say what I think about each of them, which is what this video is about. And I also want to say right off, I know many are waiting to see my speculations on the Samba Surprise horse video. Don't worry, it will be coming out soon. I am just waiting for Breyer to announce their crystal horse, if they have one this year, and the best custom contest prize model before completing this video. After Breyer announces the last of their models, I will complete the surprise horse speculation video and I will put it up shortly after. Now let's start discussing these models. I'll be talking about all of the models that have been released so far, and I will be going in the order that they were announced by Breyer. First off, let's talk about the BreyerFest Celebration horse. I personally really love this horse. I can't wait to get him in hand. So far, his coloring looks really pretty. I like all the little dapples. I'm not sure if the actual model will look this nice, since the one in the picture is probably the test model or whatever. But we have also seen a kind of not super great picture of it also in the box, which I will put here. As you can see, the box looks really cool for this horse too. I'm just very excited about this horse. He looks so pretty. And I know a lot of people don't like him actually because of his sculpt. They think the neck's weird, it's too long, the head's weird or whatever, I don't know. But I think he's fine. There's nothing really wrong with him, and I know some pictures he looks kind of weird in the angles, but I think in person he's going to be really lovely. And he's also sculpted by the super wonderful Sarah Mink. She's also sculpted horses like the Resin Stormwatch, the other Breyer horse, Creo, or the more well-known like Chanel mold, whatever you want to call it. She has sculpted some really great models, so I don't have any doubts that this model is going to be absolutely stunning in person. I really can't wait to get my hands on him, and I'll be getting 4 at BreyerFest, which is going to be awesome to have that many of this guy, and hoping to maybe track down Sarah Meek if she's going to be at BreyerFest, and see if maybe I can have her sign one of him too. The next horse is the early bird Raffle model. I'm not going to really say too much about this horse because, I mean, come on, there's only 3 made. Like, there's no point in complaining or going into depth about a horse that there's only that low number of them made and stuff, in my opinion anyway. But I think he's really pretty. I like this kind of vintagey Appaloosa style kind of going on him. That's pretty cool. I like that they use the polo pony-ish kind of thing on the Smarty Jones. So yeah, I think that's cool. Like I said, not going to really say much else besides that. It's only 3 models made. And then here we have the store special, the first store special we found out about, I believe. Diablo DC. Very pretty guy. Actually, it was at the other store special. I'm getting confused now on which store special we found out first. Anyway, let's not worry about the order of how the models came out too much. Anyway, this guy on the Desperado mold, he is so pretty, I think. I'm not like super duper thrilled over him, but I do like his dark legs and mane and tail, and he's got a little brand and everything. And dapples, I think he's a pretty good looking model. I am definitely going to try and pick one of him up. He is very pretty. I am definitely going to try and pick one of him up, I think. Yeah, overall, he's a nice looking model. Nothing too fancy, but he just looks nice how he is. And then we have the first Raffle model here. And again, I'm not going to go like super into detail because there's only 26 of these models made. Again, like, yeah, I don't feel like there's a whole point in going too in depth into discussing models that are not that many made of, if that makes sense. But anyway, I actually do really like this guy. He is actually my favorite of the 2, which I will be showing the other talking about the other special run model after this, I think. So, he is super pretty. I just love gorillas, however you want to call it. I love that color of horses, and he's just a pretty Appaloosa. And he's on the Vallegro mold, which looks very pretty. I do not have one in this mold yet, but hopefully soon I'll get one. But overall, he is a really just pretty horse. I would totally be down with getting this guy, and I would totally keep him if I managed to win him in a raffle or something. He is super pretty. I really like him. And then we have the second Raffle model. I'm sorry I didn't prepare their names at the moment. I just am kind of doing this on improv. But I like this guy. I mean, the only thing I don't like about him, I like the new mold and stuff so far from what I've seen and stuff. But what I don't like about this guy is his dapples, because they're very fish scaly. And yes, the one that's actually in person does look like that, because I saw a picture of one that was at BreyerFest, and it has the very fish scaly dapples, like worse than normal. That's the only thing I don't like about this model. It's like, I feel like being a Raffle model, they should have done a better job on the dapples. But besides that, I do really like his markings, and I like his mold. Again, very pretty. If I had one, I'd totally keep him if I won this guy. And now for the first special run models that were revealed. Mamacita Chico, I can't think of molds, but Andalusian mold, new mold, and Mare and Pole. I'm so mixed up right now. Anyway, I really like these guys. I think they're really nice colors, like very nice, just kind of not simple exactly, but just, I don't know, normal-ish colors. I don't know what you call it. But I just think they're really nice colors on these molds. I especially love the foal since he's kind of dun colored, and I love dun horses too. So he's super cute. The mom looks pretty nice. I love all her dapples going on. Maybe a little bit too much dapples, as I can see there's some dapples on her cheek, which is a little weird. But I still like her from what I see so far. These two are definitely ones I'm hoping to get at BreyerFest. And yeah, they're nice. I hope the dapples are a little bit more varied than the real ones maybe, and maybe some without so much dapples on the cheeks. That's just so weird. Why have dapples on the cheeks? I don't understand that. But yeah, I can't wait to see all these models in person, so that way I can really get a look at them, because last year's BreyerFest models look so much better in person than they did in the pictures. And then next up we have Zebu. I guess that's how you say it. The Braham Bull, he is very cute. I like the kind of neat colors going on him, and he's got a very interesting pattern. And I like how they did his horns with the stripes, and he has big brown eyes that are just beautiful. However, I do not actually plan on getting this model, because I'm going to be trying to be good at BreyerFest and not spend too much money. Last year I just kind of went a little crazy and bought like a ton of stuff. This year I have a much more limited budget, so I'm going to be only getting the special runs I really want. I won't be getting all the special runs this year. So this bull, even though he's cute, he is just not one that like thrills me. So I'm just not going to be purchasing, because I have to be good and not buy too many models. But he is a very cute bull. If I had a ton of money, I'd probably buy him too, but this year I'm going to have to pass on him. And then here's another special run. I know a lot of people don't like this mold, but from what I've seen, I actually really like her, even if her neck is a little different. I don't know, it is a little long. But I think she is super cute. I do not have the original, oh my gosh, how did I just forget her name? Oh, Forever Siege, duh. So, even though I don't have the original Forever Siege, I'd actually like to have that one at some point. But this girl is really pretty. I love that she is not just black or like one solid color. She's really got some nice undertone shading going on. At least this picture shows it. And she just looks really pretty. I'm sure this is one that's going to be just gorgeous in person. I really can't wait to see what she's going to look like. I really like her so far. And I'm definitely going to get her. She is so cute. Yeah, she's just a definite on my list. Very, very cute model. I love her face and everything. She is just adorable. And like I said, her coloring is just really great too. And here we have another controversial model. There's actually been a lot of models I realized this year that some people are like either love or hate on quite a few of them. This is another store special. I am personally really want this guy. I know he's the British mold, so it's not like his neck is weird. I know he's got the weird shoulder and the neck and whatever. I think he's super pretty though. I'd never show him, but I think he's just really pretty. So I definitely want to get this guy. What makes me really excited about him is the fact he has the mane and tail that was originally on the other horse, which is the modification of this mold. I actually really don't like that one, the however you say his name. I'm not going to try it. I'll throw a picture up there though, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't like that model just because he looks so weird. A Gypsy Vanner, meant to be a Gypsy Vanner body onto Spanish legs. It's just very weird. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm just not really a fan of that whole mold thing. But this guy, I really like him. I like his mane and tail. I wish they would have painted his little ribbon things. That would have been super nice. I don't know why they didn't do that, but that's okay, I guess. He's still pretty, and I like that he is also not a solid black. You can see he's got some little bit of like brown undershading going on. He's another one that I'm sure when you see in person, he's just gonna be like, wow, that horse is pretty. But yeah, he's a definite for me as well. So I'm definitely gonna try and pick him up at the BreyerFest store. On to our next special run on the infamous Oasis mold, or It's Just a Dream mold, as people are more common to know. I wish I liked this horse more. That is all I gotta say. I really wish I liked her more. I don't have anything against the Oasis mold. I mean, I like this one and the one with the head down. I like them both, even if they're not perfect on the shoulder thing. I like them a lot. But this girl's mane bothers me so much. You see how her mane is like split in half. One half is dark, one half is white. It just looks weird. It's not blended at all. I'm really hoping that maybe this is just what this one looks like. And maybe the other ones, their manes look better. If their manes look better, then I will be more tempted to get them. But I am not super thrilled over this horse for some reason. Normally, I really like glossy horses. I feel like having her in gloss does not bring anything to the table. She doesn't really have much color to make gloss pop, if that makes sense. I mean, she just doesn't thrill me, and she has dun markings. Normally, I'm like all for dun markings. Ooh, dun markings on a horse, I need it. But she has stripes on her neck, stripes on her legs. Some of them are very spotty looking. But she's a dappled gray. That doesn't make sense. Dun factors on a dappled gray. It doesn't. And I know I'm not one to complain normally about a horse being completely realistic, especially if I don't really care or not if I show it, but it's just very weird. Very weird indeed. Maybe in person she'll look better. I mean, that's the thing too. I can't fully decide until I see these guys in person, but if I like her, if she's a lot better in person, then I will probably try and get her. But as of right now, she is like one I am not going to worry about getting right now because, like I said, I'm on a limited budget this year, and she just doesn't thrill me. She's between her mane and the weird dun markings. She's just kind of weird. Like I said, I actually would for some reason like her better if she was in matte. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like, oh yeah, she's nice and glossy, but I actually would have preferred it if this one was in matte. I don't know why, that's just how I feel about it. And of course, by the way, I didn't mention this earlier, but of course, like I said, this is just my opinions on the models. If you think completely oppositely from what I think, great. I want everyone to have different opinions and stuff. This is just my opinion video. So if you love her, I'm proud and glad about that because I know a lot of people have been wanting this mold. If I happen to have extra special run things, she looks better in person, then I will get her. But as of right now, she is just not on my planned list of special runs I want to get. And then here we have the BreyerFest Diorama Contest Prize model. It's on the buckshot mold. I don't have anything against the buckshot mold. I mean, it's not my favorite mold, but I like him alright. He's cute. I have 2 customs of him, or one custom and one that I'm working on as a custom. Eventually, I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet. But, like I said, I don't have anything against the mold. It's just definitely not one of my favorites. But his coloring on this model is very, very pretty. Beautiful bay with the dapples and the gloss. This is when gloss is really nice because it really makes his color pop. So he looks really pretty. I mean, I can't lie about that. He looks really nice. I might be entering the BreyerFest contest, BreyerFest Diorama contest this year. I already have an idea and stuff. It's just really executing that idea in enough time. If I do enter the contest, though, I if magic things happen and for some magical reason I happen to win this guy, I would probably trade him or sell him, but preferably trade him for like another model that I like more. Specifically, one of the rarer foundation stallions that I'm looking for that are like worth $300 and stuff. I'd like totally trade him for like one of those or something, depending on what he'd be worth. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, like I said, can't go too much about this model since there's only so few made. I do like him. Like, I don't hate him, but if I did have him, you did win him, I probably would trade him for one of my one of the molds that I really love, or that I want a rarish horse on. My words are getting all mixed up. So yeah, that's about him. And then another beautiful special run here. Sheila, I love this horse. Oh my gosh, I need her. Specifically because she's just on the Bobby Joe mold, and I am freaking in love with the Bobby Joe mold. I need the original Bobby Joe so badly, but I just have not had the money at the moment to get her. But she is a total definite want on my list. Like, I guess you could consider her a grail. I think she would be considered a grail because she's like one I'm just like, I really need her. So I'm very excited that Sheila is here. I think she is beautiful. I love this chestnut color on her. It looks fantastic. Her markings are a little weird, I won't lie. I think the markings on her flanks look fine. Like, they look cool. They look normal. Like, I could see a real horse having them, I mean. I will say the white on the, the left side of her face, that marking looks a little weird, I won't lie. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, that definitely could not be in nature. That's not a realistic marking. It totally could be a real horse marking. I can totally see a real horse having that marking. It does look like realistic in that sense, but it is just kind of odd, kind of weird. But it's the Bobby Joe mold, so I really don't care. I want her so badly. I actually would really like to have two of her and to get a second one to etch into like a Pinto or an Appaloosa or something. I don't know. That's just how much I want this horse. I want two of her. That's how badly I want her, and I will try and get two of her if I can. My problem is I only have so many special run tickets at the moment, and I only have so much money with me and all that fun stuff. But I will try and get a second one of her probably if I can. And I know if people are going to say, oh, you shouldn't etch a special run horse. I know people are going to complain about that. If I even got another one, I probably won't be able to, but if I did get another one, I'd really like to etch her. But I've seen a lot of people do that before on special runs. These special runs in particular, I think they're going to make a ton of. There's going to be at least 1,500 of them made. It's not like they're going to be the most rarest model out there. Now, I would say I would never etch like a surprise horse. Don't worry, I'd never do something like that. But for like a model like this, I feel like she would be etchy worthy. Not repaint worthy per se, but etchy worthy. That's just at least my thought. But anyway, yeah, I really want this horse. Next up is another special run I really want. The gorgeous boozman. I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. I'm not from those parts of America, so I don't know how to pronounce those kinds of things in Southern. But this guy is super gorgeous. He's on the white mold. I do have one white mold horse, which is Jesse, and I really like him. So I'm totally down for getting this horse, because I like the mold. His color looks stunning. I love how dark his like neck and face are. Like just that really dark, blackish roan color going on. Beautiful blue roan. It's kind of hard to go wrong with blue roans, you know. They're pretty. And he's got paint markings on top of that, which look very nice. And at least on the picture, his markings look crisp and gorgeous. I hope all of the special runs are going to be like that, because he is definitely one I want. Him and Sheila are the top two actually special runs I want, I believe. Yeah, I'm definitely probably going to try and get those two first, like besides the surprise horse, besides the surprise horse. Boozman and Sheila are definitely the two that I'm going to be going for next. They're super gorgeous, both of them. Yeah, and I also love his blue eyes. He has blue eyes. How gorgeous is that? I love the fact he has blue eyes, and it looks like he even has some pink shading in his white markings, like underneath his leg, his left foreleg. He has like some pink shading going on, which is extremely nice of Breyer to do, because it just looks awesome. So I'm very, very excited to see this horse in person. I'm definitely going to get one. He is a definite must on my list. And now we have the last special run, which is the Decorator for this year. I have so many mixed feelings on this horse, like I don't even know where to begin. I love his wings. That much I can tell you. I love his wings. They are very pretty. They remind me of a beautiful bird wings. I like his wings. That is one thing I can definitely say. I actually like his mane and tail, the fiery yellow and orange. I can't lie that when I first saw this horse, though, I was really disappointed. Because when I saw the pictures, the, what do you call it, pictures? Throw it up, the sneak peek picture thingy. It looked like he was going to be a fire horse, and I was like, oh yeah, I need a fire horse right now. I need that fire horse silver Pegasus. So I was so stoked on getting him, like, oh, it's going to be a fire horse. It's going to be so pretty. It's going to be a fire horse. And it wasn't a fire horse. It was this thing, which I know, I can't remember the name. I'm not gonna even try right now. I like some of the ideas going on this horse. I do actually like the swirly things. I know a lot of people don't like the swirly things. I like the swirly things. I really like the marking on his face. The marking on his face is actually really quite gorgeous. I really like that. I'm sorry, am I calling him again? This model is technically a mare. I'm so used to silver being a stallion that it's really hard to say mare. That's my other one thing. It is kind of, I mean, not bad, but I'm just having trouble used to calling it actually a mare instead of a stallion. I think the main thing I don't like about this horse is the brown. The brown just does not cohesive with the other colors well. Maybe it's just a weird artsy perspective, but I know when we do like when we did artist critique, I'm getting all mixed up today. I know when we did artist critiques in my high school class, like this would have been like if someone had painted something with these kind of colors, it would have been like, these colors do not really go together well, you know? It's just the orange, yellow, white, and green look fabulous together. That is like on the wings. That looks great. That looks good and cohesive and stuff. The brown just does not. I can't think of the name I'm thinking of. It does not like correlate well with. It does not. Darn it! What am I going to say? It starts with a C. The word I'm thinking of starts with a C. Aha! Complement. That's the word I'm thinking of. The brown does not complement the other colors well, or the other colors don't complement the brown well. Whatever. Like I said, like the orange on the back looks really pretty with the yellow and stuff. The brown is just very weird to put with these colors. With that being said, will I be getting one of these horses? Maybe. I would actually get this horse over the It's Just a Dream one, probably. But, some people are not going to like the reason why I say this, but because I want to repaint him, or partially repaint him. I like to repaint all the brown parts into black, and I think he would look so much better if the brown was actually a nice dark black. That might just be me, but I think that would be super cool. But that is what I'm going to do if I do happen to get one, but he's not like a must on my list. Yeah, like, it'd be nice to have the mold to customize because we haven't had the Silver Pegasus mold in a long time, but man, just that color just does not sit well with me. I mean, the more I look at it, the more I've been liking it, but it still is just like, it's weird. The color's weird. And for as the beautiful dancing woman on her, sorry, I keep calling it him, on her belly is actually really nicely done, very beautifully painted, or at least the original one, by, who painted it? Was it Bridget Ebro? Or it was Kathleen Mooney. Kathleen Mooney painted that, I believe, and it is really pretty. I won't lie, that picture is really pretty. Like, but as I really want it on a Pegasus horse, though, not really. So if I did get it, I would be probably repainting over that. And the other problem is I know it's going to be like a decal thing, and that's going to get wrinkles all on it probably when they put it on. So yeah, it's not like I'm like, ooh, it's so ugly. Ugh. No, it's not ugly. It's actually quite pretty. I think the colors and everything on it are really nice. But I just don't want it on my horse, is the thing. So this guy is kind of one of those ones that are like, if I happen to have extra special run things, then I will get him. But Boozman, Sheila, the Andalusian Mare in Full, and the Namid, the Forever Siege one, those four are on my top of wanting the special runs, and then him, and then the Arabian Mare, the Just a Dream, whatever her name is. Him. Sorry, this one I keep calling him a guy. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop that. The Pegasus Mare and the Arabian Mare will be my last resorts. Last resorts, I guess. Yeah. Like if I happen to have extra special run thingies, I'm like, well, I need a horse. I already got the other ones I want, and if I already got an extra Sheila or whatever, then I will get one of those ones. But they're just not at the top of my list for me personally. Remember, these are all just my opinions. I know a lot of people love the Pegasus horsey, and I say that's awesome that you do. I'm glad people like him because I just don't like the colory brown on him. But I'm glad to hear that other people like the models that I don't like as much. Alright, now we'll go on to the other models. That was it for the special runs. Now let's talk about the single day stablemates. I definitely want to get all four. They are very pretty, and I'm going to talk about each of them now. So I really like the Vallegro one. I kind of do have some problems with the mold from what I've seen. He does have kind of a weird leg for, like, it was just molded wrong. Not the sculptor's fault. I want to say, first of all, whenever I say something bad, like, not bad, just like, oh, that didn't turn out good, it's usually not the sculptor's fault. It's the molding process fault, because molding something that was originally resin into plastic is very hard. So, I don't know. I'm just putting that out there, random thing. But, yeah, this guy, I really like his coloring. Like, again, I like his white markings. They're very pretty. I like the mold. From what I've seen, I do not have one in this mold yet, but I'm more than happy to have one in this mold. So, I do like him. I can't wait to get him. He looks very pretty. This one, I do remember the name of this one. This is Baja, and the reason I remember this is really random because there used to be well, it's probably still around, I don't know actually, but we haven't been there in a long time. There used to be a restaurant that my parents and I would go to sometimes. It was a Mexican restaurant called Baja Fresh, and so whenever I hear Baja, that's immediately what I think of. I'm like, oh, Baja Fresh, the restaurant. So this guy, that's how I remember this guy's name. I'm very excited about this guy on the rivet mold, very pretty. I also love that he actually has molting on him, on his nose. It shows he has a little molting, like gray with the little pink spots. That is incredible if that's going to be actually on the actual stablemates. That is really quite incredible of Breyer to have that on the model, I think, anyway. And I also like his spots look nice. I like that they're not splattered on and they're actually masked on. That could be a lot of overspray and stuff, problems with that in the actual models. I'm sure that's going to come up. But despite that, he's really pretty. I really can't wait to have him too. I'm quite becoming fond of the rivet molds, so I'd be very happy to have this guy in my collection. The next guy is probably the most kind of under-thrilled one of the stablemates, because he is not on a newer mold as all the other ones are, but he is the Tobiano. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. But he's a little Andalusian guy. He is really cute. I do like this mold, and his coloring looks nice. And he actually does look like he has dapples, like really tiny, adorable little dapples. Whether or not the actual model will have it is, like I said, it's questionable what the picture models and the actual single date stablemates will look like. But he does have some very subtle little dapples in this picture, and if that's the case in the real one, that is pretty awesome if they're actually going to have that. That really makes him great. Next guy is the one that's in the new Geronimo Stablemate mold thing. This guy is pretty. That's all I gotta say. He is pretty. That roan color, he's actually a roan, it looks like. A roan with this albino markings. Really quite pretty. Yeah, he's really pretty, and I'm so far from what I see, I like this new Stablemate mold. I am pretty excited to get the Geronimo one from the Premier Club, and so this little guy I might have to start doing a conga of, like, because he is very pretty from what I see so far. Just a very nice little Stablemate mold. And now on to the Open Show Grand Champion Reserve prize horses. Again, I'm not going to go into detail on these because there's only a handful made. I'm not entering the open show. If I was entering the open show, then I'd be more like ready to critique them. But since I'm not doing that, and I don't plan to buy either of them like secondhand or anything, they're just like not going to give like a whole lot of talk on these, if that makes sense. So first we have the Cigar, who is very pretty. I think he is the Grand Champion one. The other one is the Reserve. But he is pretty. He reminds me of the Connoisseur, kind of, because like there was a Connoisseur Wanderlust, I think was his name, that was a cigar with happy markings, so it kind of reminds me of that one. He has dun markings, which is pretty. His color looks very nice. Overall, he looks like a pretty nice model. Nothing, for some reason these models aren't like super like thrilling for some reason. I feel like some of the other open show and reserve prize models they've had in the past have been more like wow factors. These two I feel like are a little bit more toned down, but they're still very nice. And so with that, onto the reserve one, which is on the more Gonzalez mold, which I actually like this mold. It's not like, I know it's not like, ooh, a super great, perfectly correct, fancy mold. But I do like this mold. I think he's really cute. He has a lot of charm to him. And I like his coloring on him. He's pretty coloring and pretty pinto markings. I don't understand why I've seen some people like really complain about this model and they're not even in the doing the open show. If you're in the open show, then I can totally understand if you want to complain about what these models look like. But I don't understand it when people complain about models that they're not even like gonna be trying to win, if that makes sense. Just my opinion. I don't know. But that's it with him. And now lastly, yes, lastly, because there are no other models to talk about right now besides these ones that semi-recently were released. These are two classics that are going to be in the pop-up tent. And I just realized, I'm sorry, like, this is my ADD mind going completely off track here. I'm curious if Breyer's going to be doing another one of those cute little stuffed horse plushes. I really hope they do, like that represent BreyerFest. I hope they do, because I haven't heard of, like, they haven't released one yet on the BreyerFest vlog thingy. But I really hope they do, because I really want one of those little guys again, because they're so cute. Anyway, I'll get back to focusing on here and what I was going to be talking about. So these two classics are actually based off of real horses that I believe are both deceased, pretty sure. I forgot what the story was about them, but there's a whole story about them and stuff, and Breyer then made these little portrait models of them, which I think is really cool. I know a lot of people are like, ew, classics, ew, they're gross. And really, I know classics are not my favorite scale either, but I do like some of them a lot, actually. Especially some of the older molds, actually. They're like really, really favorites of mine. But I will admit, I'm not overly thrilled about these models either. I think they're both very cute. I like the buckskin color on the new one, and I like the pinto markings on the older model. If I have enough money by Sunday, I may pick these guys up. But if I run out of money and just don't have enough to buy them, then I probably won't worry about not getting them. But if I do have enough money, I would probably like to have them. Or at least the older one. I'm actually not too super fond of the newer buckskin one for some reason. But I do like the older one that's in a pinto overo coloring. Is that overo? I think that's an overo, or is that a Tabino coloring? I don't know. Kind of looks like both. Anyway, I do like the little older pinto guy. and stuff. So I may pick them. I may pick them up. I'll see. It'll all depend. But I guess that's gonna be all now then for talking about the special runs and stuff. I probably won't do another one of these videos unless for some reason Breyer comes out with like 3 new things I need to talk about. But otherwise, I don't think I'm going to be doing another opinion video on these because I have other videos I got to work on, like the BreyerFest speculation video and the BreyerFest survival guide video, which I need to work on more. I haven't worked on it in a little while now. I need to start working on that again. That video is just going to be such a pain in the butt to do because it is going to be so long. Like, I don't want to go into details on it right now, but it is just going to be really it's just a video that's going to take me a very long time to do. It's not like a quick little editing video to do. It's going to take a long time to do that video. But I hope by the time it's done, it's going to be really good and people are going to enjoy it and especially be helpful. That's what I want it to be. It's going to include so much information. It's going to help first-timers, and like even if you're not a first-timer and you didn't know about something, you want to specifically find that one thing, you're going to be able to learn about that, and it's going to be cool. I promise you that. It's going to be cool. It's going to come out. I don't know when it's going to come out. I'm going to try and get it out as soon as I can. Before BreyerFest, of course, would be the ideal, and it should come out before BreyerFest. Sometime in June is what I'm looking at. I don't know when in June. Hopefully early in June, but if it's a little bit later, that's what it's going to be. But I will make sure that all that gets done and stuff. Even if I have to hold off doing videos for a couple days just to focus on that one video, because it's going to be a lot to handle, a lot to take on. Anyway, I should stop talking now because this video itself is really long. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry it's so long. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you can go ahead and comment down below if you want. Tell me what you think of these models. Especially tell me which one is your favorite. Which is your favorite special run? Which is your favorite stablemate? Tell me any of that kind of stuff you want to say. And then I hope you guys have an awesome day. See you in the next video.